There are a lot of them, and that's not unusual at this point before a trial. First of all, Brian Walshe's attorneys are asking the court to move the trial out of Norfolk County due to the intense media coverage of the case. Here's what a retired judge had to say about that.
Motions to change venue are fairly common, particularly in cases like this one that have received enormous publicity pre-trial. But the granting or allowance of a motion to change venue is very rare.
Brian Walshe is charged with killing and dismembering his wife Anna in their Cohasset home almost 3 years ago. According to new court filings, the Commonwealth plans to argue that Walshe knew Anna was having an extramarital affair with a man in Washington, D.C., realized that their marriage was likely to end, and that if she took their 3 children and moved out, it was likely Walshe would get a stiffer sentence in a federal art fraud case, which he pleaded guilty to in 2021. Prosecutors think Walshe wanted to use the kids as leverage to avoid jail time. Prosecutors plan to argue that Walshe also figured he would inherit a big life insurance payout if Anna was dead. To bolster their case, prosecutors plan to show text messages between Anna and her boyfriend and internet history from devices in Brian Walshe's home that include searches for divorce, including laws in Washington, D.C., information about the man Anna was having a relationship with in D.C., pornography involving a, quote, cheating wife, disposing of human remains, and how to use certain tools to dismember a body. The defense is asking the court to exclude any testimony suggesting that Brian Walshe was aware of Anna's affair prior to January 1st, 2023. That's when she went missing. The defense also looking to exclude evidence of prior bad acts, including Walshe's federal art fraud conviction.
If the Commonwealth has motive evidence, they want to throw as much of it in as possible. And here you have motive evidence about the background, context, prior bad acts of Brian Walshe coming in direct conflict with his right to not be convicted of this crime because he happens to have done something else. So a judge is going to have a tough choice.
Now, both sides will argue their motions in court next week. Jury selection begins October 20th. In the newsroom, I'm Mary Saladna, WCVB News Center 5.